Hi everybody, I'm Lori Helvig and welcome to Lori's Stampin' Creations. Tonight I'm going to share with you my Saturday video that I've done a couple weeks now. This is my third episode and I'm calling this SU Switcharoo. So this is the card I made, and to just give you a clue as to what my idea behind this is, the switcheroo part comes from the casing, the Stampin' Up! Catalog. So on page 20 in the current mini catalog, page 20, this card right here, I'll bring it up a little closer. So you can see the card layout with the green and the poppies there. And the color combo is different, but the template is the same. So I just switched it up to have different flowers and things like that. So I'll show you my card again. So this one, I'm pretty proud of this one. This was a fun one to make. And I used, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these. This was actually a half. I used a top and a bottom, just cut that in the middle. But I used some of these stitched dies. And that comes from the same page, actually. These Stitch So Sweetly dies. So I used the sentiment that comes from the So Sentimental. So I used the same words. I can't thank you enough. And then, like I said, I used 2 dies from this set. So I have those right here. So this is the one that I actually made the pattern with, the 8 little pieces that I cut out. And then this is what I cut the sentiment out with. So those are those 2 dies. And then what else did I use? Oh, I do want to point out on the sentiment I use markers. So I used the Crumb Cake and the Grapefruit Grove so I could get the 2 different colors on the sentiment. So that's what I did with that. And then also I used the marker on this part right here. Part of it was green leaves and part of it was Crumb Cake. So I just incorporated one more Stampin' Right marker. So all 3 of these colors were used on those to get the 2-tone color. And my actual color combo, I've got the ink pads this time for you to see. The Grapefruit Grove, Crumb Cake, and Call Me Clover. Now I wanted to point out that these 2 colors are in colors and they are retiring very soon. So if you need cardstock in the Grapefruit Grove or the Call Me Clover, cardstock, ink refills, or any ribbons or anything like that. And then the other 3 in colors also that are retiring, the Blueberry Bushel and the Lovely Lipstick and the Pineapple Punch. So any of those 5 colors, let me know if you need any supplies, especially the ink refills, because you don't want to have the ink pad and then not have the refill, a year down the road to fill those. So those are the retiring ones. And then, of course, Crumb Cake is still around. So I wanted to point out those colors for you that I used on my card. And this ribbon, I'm talking about the in colors. This is the Grapefruit Grove, the 1/8 inch grosgrain ribbon. So again, that goes with the cardstock and things like that. You want to get some ribbons before they go out. And then I already told you about the stamp set. Now this one is So Sentimental. That's where I got the words from. And those dies, this stamp set and the dies come from the mini catalog on page 20. And then another stamp set I used, which I haven't used in a while, is called First Frost. Now if I was a betting lady, I would say that this is going to retire, because this First Frost was in the winter catalog, I don't know, year or 2 years ago or whatever, and it had dies to go with it too. So if you do not have First Frost or the dies, you might want to consider those, because I just have a feeling that these might be on the retiring list. And don't miss out on that. We post the list, or Stampin' Up! We'll post the list on April 24th, I think. So after the 24th, we'll be able to see what is retiring and will not be in the new annual catalog coming up. So I wanted to point out that. And along with First Frost, I mentioned the dies. So I have those here. Frosted Bouquet. So on my card, I used a lot of 2 of everything. Like I used 2 of the small roses and 2 of these green flowers right there. And it's nice that they have two of those to use. So these two right here, you can cut two at a time, and the two small flowers, you can cut two at a time. And then this is the one that I used also, and this big rose. So anyway, frosted bouquet dies. Don't forget about those, just in case they are on the retiring list coming up. And other than that, that's my SU switcheroo for this week. I hope you enjoy this card. Like I said, I really like it myself. I put some ribbon, looped some ribbon underneath there. And these little pearls are gold metallic pearls out of the annual catalog. And really than that, I mean, it was really fun to place these. Like I said, there's 3 across here. You can barely see one over on this side. And then 3 up here and 3 down here, pieces of those. But just a cute little pattern. And like I said, I cased it from this sample right here. So I'll just lay them out here. And if you have any questions about my card, don't forget to email me or contact me if you have any questions about that. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Stop back next Saturday for another video for my SU Switcharoo series. And if you are visiting this video on Facebook or YouTube, you can always check out my stamping blog for more inspiration at createwithlori2.blogspot.com. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good weekend.